Hey, welcome to Gold Scratch. So we're on the road again today. This is something new and different for us, and I hope you're going to find it interesting and exciting. If you like Bill Little, and if you listen to Bill Little, he's certainly our world-class expert in engine building and drag racing, and we're going to see him in action today. Bill has a super stock car, and we're going to Sparta Dragway, also called St. Thomas Dragway in southern Ontario, just about half an hour south of where we live in London. And Bill is racing today. So today is a special super stock day of traveling series super stock events, and this is Bill's home track. So he's competing today. He's been here, I think, with his motorhome since Thursday, getting set up and ready to go. So we're going to talk to Bill at the track. We're going to watch him make some launches and practice and qualify, all that kind of stuff. And we'll see how the day goes. Not sure how long we can afford to stay. We have another thing coming up. A 69 Corvette 427 4-speed coming to my shop this afternoon that we're going to make a video of. This car is going to be for sale. So stick with us. We'll be arriving there soon and at the drag strip, and introduce Bill to you if you don't know him. Most of you already do. And let him talk about how he approaches drag racing. Okay, we're at Sparta. We got to get in the entrance here. And Bill said give him a call and he's going to come and find us. So maybe Alec can just pan over and get a little quick preview. There's all the super stock cars lined up to go. So it's going to be an exciting day. I haven't been to a drag strip for a while. I did get to drive my buddy's 68 GTO that went, it was a 9-second car. It didn't go 9s when I was driving it, but it was pretty fun. That was a few years ago. How are you?
I didn't get to. Did you text me?
Not this morning.
Oh, okay. You found me.
I knew you said you weren't going to be where you said you were.
No, right.
Are you up here now, or?
Yeah, straight up this laneway, almost to the very end on the left-hand side.
Are you? Okay. Okay. How long is it going to take before you get up there?
We're going up right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Gonna make it pass. Perfect timing.
We'll get you making a pass. Okay. Good enough. Perfect. Have you been this first pass?
Yeah.
Good time. Okay, that's gonna be fun.
Hey, Ellen, how are you?
Janice, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Nice to meet you finally, Janice.
I need a.
You're the crew chief, are you?
Apparently, I kind of forgot for a minute there.
You need a what?
I'm gonna need a what to do again.
Guys, if you don't recognize, this is Bill Little in action this time. So he's ready to rock and roll here. He's going to make a pass pretty soon. So tell us what's going on, Bill.
Hi guys. So this is my first pass of the year, and I'm a little bit nervous. First time down the track. It's always kind of the same every year. So anyway, I have Janice here. She's my pit crew. And she just checked the tire pressures. We got them set good, and the temperature is about 90 degrees. Engine temperature, that's perfect, nice and cool. So anyway, I'm looking forward to a good pass. I hope the track is good.
Not working. Okay, here's Bill Little making his first pass. You can see a little Pontiac on the other side. Left lane, first pass for the year for Bill Little. Well, we're in Bill's pits. We're going to go talk to him in a minute. He just made his first pass of the year in his car. We're going to let him describe the car to you because it's a Pontiac with an Oldsmobile engine. Let him talk about the pass. Beautiful piece, though. You look at the engine, and here's a quadrajet carburetor, guys. So obviously, anybody that thinks you can't make power with a quadrajet carburetor doesn't get it. So look at that beautiful engine bay. The way Bill does everything. Very, very nice. Hey, Bill.
Hi, Alan. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. So we just saw your first pass. So tell us about, first of all, it's a Pontiac Grand Am
Yes,
with an Oldsmobile engine.
that's right.
How the heck does that work? Tell us about that.
Okay,
first.
so that car is a front-wheel drive conversion. So that's what the GT stands for on the window, is a front-wheel drive conversion.
Okay.
We're allowed to run any engine in a GT car as long as it's GM. You know, it's got to be a GM engine.
Just on.
Yeah, I'll turn that down.
There
There.
you go.
So it has to be a Buick, Olds, Pontiac, Chev engine in it. So, and the engines are all rated at different horsepower ratings from NHRA.
So try doing that sometime. Take your front-wheel drive car and make it a rear-wheel drive car. I'm not going to be doing that.
That's a
anytime
lot of
soon.
work. Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes,
So-
I didn't do the. Fred Smith, FJ Smith, built the chassis for me, and it was a body in white. So the body never saw production line. It came right off the line, right.
Oh, is that
After,
right, eh?
yep.
Wow,
So
is that right?
The car never had a serial number
Wow.
and no seam sealer. That's why they do that, because the seam sealer is very heavy.
Sure. Oh,
and you have to scrape it off anyway.
Oh, I remember guys scraping it off back in the day.
That takes a
terrible job. I've done a little bit of that myself, actually.
It is awful. So I bought the car from Fred, and he had built it for somebody else, and it was going to be a modified car, and the guy backed out of the deal. And it sat out back at Fred's place for 2 or 3 years, and every time I dynoed an engine there, I saw it, and I voiced my concerns that I might like that car someday. And one day, Fred's wife Betsy called and said, "Okay, we have a buyer for the car. Do you want this or not?" So I had to get off the pot. So anyway, we bought the car, and it was basically a body. It was a soda blasted body. So
Is that right?
the chassis. Well, it sat outside, so it was all rusty. So Fred took it to the body shop and had it all soda blasted. And so anyway, we went to pick it up, and Janice said, "We paid how much for this?" Because it didn't look like much, but
And you can't even drive it.
they can't. No, there were no wheels or anything. There was nothing in it. Nothing. No glass. No nothing. So it was a GM deal. So GM gave me I got the body in white with the chassis done, and I got a parts car, brand new parts car.
Oh, is that right?
And it was an experimental car with 2002, and had wires coming out of the dash. All the part numbers on the glass was all handwritten on.
Oh, is that right?
So I had to sign a little contract saying I wouldn't sell the car because it was brand new, right?
Right.
So a lot of the parts, the glass and the doors, trunk lid, came off of that car. So the parts car had a tan interior, and I took it all apart and I painted it myself. So it's
you paint yourself?
charcoal gray. Yep.
Something else I'm never going to try to
Yep.
do.
Well, Marhide makes it, and it's really easy to do, actually. And it's lasted well. So
It's a beautiful car.
So I ran a small block in it at the start, and I ran a small block in it, small block Chev, a 350, 69 350, for most of its life. And then 3 years ago, I built this Oldsmobile 350, and it's rated at a little bit less horsepower and a little more advantage there. The car doesn't have to be as heavy, so the weight is based on the factored horsepower that NHRA says that it has.
You're zoning in using that engine to give you an advantage in class.
Yes,
because they're figuring pounds per horsepower, basically,
Yes,
right?
so my old 350 was 294 horse, rated at 294.
Okay.
This is 280. So if you're in a 10-pound class, I can be 140 pounds lighter, right?
Oh, okay.
So That was the advantage to do that.
How much horsepower is it now?
Last time on Daryl's dyno, it made 597 and 508 foot-pounds of torque.
There you go.
And 9.3 to 1 compression.
I thought you were going to try that, Bill. So 9 point. But you do that by RPM. How many?
I cross the finish line. Well, I leave the starting line at 6,200 and shift at 71, and on a quarter-mile pass, it'll be 8,400 going across the finish line.
That's how you make horsepower with no compression, guys.
You
Don't try it on the street, by the way.
you'll blow your Oldsmobile up for sure. So
Perfect. That's pretty cool. So tell us about your first pass, Bill.
well, a little bit disappointed. I didn't get a real good burnout. Not enough water in the burnout box. My wife helps me, but she can only do so much. So anyway, the car went sideways, so I didn't get a good burnout, and the car hooked good for the 60 foot, and then after that it started spinning and going sideways towards the center line, so I shut her down and just coasted across the finish line. I wasn't going to take a chance of ruining my car and the guy beside me too. He was right beside me, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
you have to be a little bit smart. So we're going to do one more pass. I like to run one in each lane. The problem is we only have 2 time trials, and I'd like to make it down the lane that I can't make it down, because for sure somebody's going to put me there when we're racing, and I'll have to run it anyway.
So when you line up, you can't pick your lane when you line up?
It's pretty well. Actually, we have to flip. Usually we flip for it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're not on a ladder, so we just flip for it, and
Okay.
whoever wins the flip gets the lane. But
So you got a 50-50 chance of getting the lane you want, right?
that's gambling right there. So but it's just it's a bit disappointing that the car did that. But the track may not be right perfect yet. So
also, this is a special Super Stock weekend, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about
Can-Am Stock Super Stock Series. It's been going for well over 20 years. Fred Smith and a couple other guys started it, and it's really taken off. How it works is that when we pay $100 to race each day. The track gets their attendance money as we come through the gate, which is good. It helps the track out a lot, right? So it's $100 to race, and then I think we probably got over 30 cars, and everything gets paid back out to the racers. So for 30 cars to win today might be $2,000.
So you're racing for each other's money, basically.
Basically, that's how it. Yes.
That's a lot of stock car racing works that way too. The pits pay for the racing, and the track makes the other side.
Yeah,
yeah.
Right? So that's not too bad a deal, but it's taken off really good. And
but this is all super stocks this weekend.
Stock and super
stock and super stock.
Not
only this weekend, right?
We're here for today and tomorrow.
Right.
So if you're watching this, come down tomorrow and watch it in person.
We're dynoing my engine tomorrow. Man.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys.
So you're not coming to my dyno, brother?
No, I guess I won't be there. Anyway,
we got lots going on this weekend.
Yep.
By the way,
that's good.
We won at Delaware last night. Trevor Culver, I'm on his team, won the feature again. That's 3 out of 5 features that he's won. He came second in the other one. So
congratulations.
Yeah, we're having a nice year. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
If there were no cautions, he probably would have left the whole field. That's how fast.
Wow.
There was caution, so he didn't. But
good for him.
Yeah, we're flying right now. Yeah. That's all because he works really hard. I can't take much credit for that. He does all the work.
Well, it is a lot of hard work and dedication, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a full-time job, basically. Yeah. So. Okay, we're going to catch up you later. Please, if you like content, like and subscribe. Lots more content coming. Lots more Bill Little coming. We're going to try to follow him as much as we can through the day here.
Hi guys, we're back again at the races. 2005 Pontiac Grand Am. It's a super stock car. It was built for super stock racing. The engine right now is a 350 Oldsmobile. Okay, 9.3 to 1 compression. I have to run a quadrajet carburetor. I can run any intake and any camshaft. The heads have to meet a certain specification as far as chamber volume and intake and exhaust port volume, and they are legal. So basically, it's a legal super stock engine. The car runs a GTJ automatic right now. That means that it has to weigh 3,110 pounds with me in it. The engine's rated, factory horsepower was 170, and NHRA rated at 280. So that's a big improvement over.
How much does it make now?
597, and so I mean it's way over. So 170 horse stock, 597. So that's a lot of horsepower, right? Yeah. It's a strut front end, strange adjustable struts on it, strange brakes. We had Dan, the sign man, in Tonawanda, New York. He did all this lettering, and that's freehand. That's not with a stencil.
Really? Oh, is that right?
Freehand.
Not a decal. Is that right?
Yep, and he did everything freehand. So, and it wasn't that expensive. But
I don't think anybody did it freehand anymore. That's for sure. My first cars had freehand lettering on too. But
he has a sign business, so he does this as a hobby. So we dropped it off one week, and we got it back the next week. He asked me, "Are there any colors that you don't want on the car, like as far as the pinstriping and all?" I said, "I don't. No pink and no yellow." So came to pick it up. So this is my business, Belmont Automotive. He did it in pink and yellow, and I think it looks pretty good, actually. You know, it's okay. So we'll walk around the car here. Got two. Have our shut-off switch, a 20-liter fuel cell, two 16-volt batteries. The extra weight is over here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the weight goes here on both sides. Probably see it in there.
how much lead have you got in it, Bill?
I got 140 pounds in it right now. Well, actually, I got more than that, 140, 50, 210 pounds altogether in it, and most of it's at the back. It's got 12 or 13 and a half, 31 and what are they? 31 and a half, 13.5 wide tires on it. And they're on a 14-inch rim, so you can see how far the rim comes out. The rim's out further than what the tread is. That helps to plant the tire. The wider the rim, the more tread. Right? Yeah. You know what I forgot? I forgot to do something. I don't know where that went to now. I had a plug. I have a vent there for my fuel tank for my and I had a plug in there, but it's not there now. So I guess it probably came out. So have a look inside. So it's a funny car roll cage. Steering wheel comes off. We got our tack here, brake pressure gauge for doing a burnout. This button right here is for my line lock. This button's for my tranny brake. And it has a cheetah shifter, and that shifts the Power Glide transmission that I have in there.
Explain how when you launch, you hold the trans brake in and let it go. You're holding
Yes,
it
yep. So when I launch the car, I pull ahead until both stage lights are on, and then I push this button, and it locks it in forward and reverse at the same time. And as soon as the tree starts coming down, I put my foot right to the floor. There's what they call a two-step, and I have it set at 3,800, so it can only go to 3,800. When I let go of this button, reverse comes off, and you go forward, and it goes right up to the converter stall, which is 6,200. And it's got an air shifter. You can see the air shifter back in there. That's the bottle and the regulator. And if you look up up there. That's my shift box and stuff over there. So that's how I adjust the shift points. My gauges are all where the air conditioning vents used to be. I machined them out to fit that. We're not allowed to run a delay box, so we have to leave out the bottom bulb. Yep. Yep. So, which is that's kind of nice. Some of the electronic stuff's fine, but I'd rather keep it simple. So
You see what a tremendous amount of work would be building one of these cars, right?
and
The old days of drag racing were a lot simpler. Bill.
back when they used exhaust tubing, the what was I going to say here? I forget what I was going to say something about something in there, and I can't think of what it is right now. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
We'll come back.
Yep,
We'll follow you through the day here.
I'll probably think I better get some stuff ready here.
Yeah,
So
let's get racing here. Well, Bill just got to make a second pass. You only get 2 passes, right?
yes, 2 today,
That's it.
2
We're
time
We're
trials.
racing next.
Yep, it's first round.
Tell us about your pass. It sure looked a lot better from where we were. Tell us about it, Bill.
Okay, so the burnout box, the kids aren't putting enough water in the burnout box. So I tried doing a burnout, and it's like, no, this is no good. So I backed up, and then he did some sweeping, and he sprayed some water in. A lot better. Okay, the guys need to. That's so important to have a good burnout box guy. They don't know how important their job is. Anyway, 130, 136, 60 foot. I did not have a very good light. I had a 123 light. That's not going to cut it. 410 at the 330 foot mark, and it ran 6:45.0 at the 8th mile. So that would have probably been a 10, 15, 10, 20 pass in the quarter mile. Right. So if the car went straight, that lane seems to be pretty good. That left-hand lane worries me. So stay tuned, because this could be exciting if I get the left-hand lane.
You don't get to pick it, or you flip?
Well, we flip for the lane. So if I lose a flip, I know what lane they're going to give me. So it's a little bit of a crapshoot here.
Okay, we're heading back home. We just came from St. Thomas Dragway in Sparta, Ontario, a special super stock event, and Bill Little was the reason we went there. We got some real good footage, I felt. We got Bill describe his car. It's a pretty unique Pontiac Grand Am that came as a front-wheel drive. It's converted to a rear-wheel drive, and got to see Bill make his 2 passes in practice. And eliminations are starting in another hour. Unfortunately, we just don't have time to stay another hour. We got too much else to do. We still got to get Mike's 406 engine off the test stand. We got some more stuff to do to it. Get it to the dyno for tomorrow morning. Mike's on the way up here. So we got to get going, but we thought we had a pretty good day with Bill. We did our best. We're not, professional team, but for photographing, pretty cool. If you like drag racing, this would be a fun weekend to be there. Lots of beautiful super stock type cars. And Bill's going to be in eliminations. We're going to find out from him. He's going to let us know how he does. It's going to take, if he gets to the end, it's going to take 5 or 6 passes in eliminations to get there. And he had a really good second pass. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a Bill Little fan, you're going to love it. His wife Janice was with him, and she's also his crew chief. So pretty cool day. Like to stay longer, but we got other things to do today. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and we got more content to come from Gold's Garage. If you like the content, please keep us encouraged by subscribing and liking and sharing, etc. And we'll keep working on content. Thanks for watching.